John Lynch spoke about Sam Darnold as well, not just Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. He was asked about Sam Darnold, about those last 6 games from last season when he won 4 of them. And boy, did John Lynch gush. He was saying, man, it really looks like he broke through. That was the word, the phrase he used. That, he finally was put in the right position to succeed, and he broke through. And he kept saying about how excited he is to add not only Sam Darnold, but his skill set too. He kept saying Sam Darnold and his skill set, like it's 2 different things. But anyway, normally I wouldn't make anything of a GM hyping up a player they just signed, because they always do that. Yeah. But you put that in contrast with what he does and doesn't say about Trey Lance, it's stark. I mean, with Trey Lance, the nicest thing he can say is good guy, really nice guy, and then he goes into like, he needs to prove he can stay healthy. With Sam Darnold, it's like skill set, and he broke through. I mean, to me, John Lynch sounded much more enthusiastic about Sam Darnold than Trey Lance.
It seems like he's a guy that wants to be right about his opinions, right? He wants to be right? And if Trey Lance succeeds, he's probably wrong about his assessment, right? He wants a Sam Darnold. That's a GM pick, right? He picked him. I'm sure him and Kyle Shanahan were in agreement on it, but that's a signing that he brought over, that he found. Brock Purdy was a late round draft that they found together. Trey Lance is Kyle Shanahan's guy. John Lynch, he's saying here's the other thing. If you're Sam Darnold, are you coming to the 49ers if they're telling you you have no chance at competing? If they're telling you you're not, right? So whether they believe it or not, they're going to tell Sam Darnold, they're going to speak in public about Sam Darnold having a chance to compete, whether they really believe that or not. I don't think they do. I think as long as Brock Purdy and Trey Lance are healthy, Sam Darnold really has no.
Well, what Lynch could say to Darnold is, look, Brock's our guy. But at the same time, we don't really know when he's going to be available. And we don't really know what he'll be like when he comes back. Trey, I don't know. I don't know. So what do you want to do? I mean, that's how they could frame it. But, I mean, that could be John. We don't really know how Kyle feels about this.
Yeah. Sam Darnold doesn't think he's going to be QB3 here, or he thinks he has a good chance not to be QB3 with 49ers. I have that feeling, and he has to believe that for some reason. Otherwise, why would you sign to be QB3 if you're Sam Darnold when you could probably have QB2 options out there at least at minimum?
So if he loses this competition and becomes QB3, do you think the Niners will trade him, or do you think he'll reluctantly stay on the team as the third guy?
They're keeping him. I mean, they went through 4 quarterbacks last year. The 49ers did this on purpose because they know that they need at least 3 quarterbacks to make it through the season. Minimum. So Sam Darnold's an insurance policy to the 49ers, but to Sam Darnold, from Sam Darnold's perspective, he probably thinks he has a really good opportunity to at least compete for QB2, if not QB1.
Yeah, just listening to Lynch talk about Darnold today, I'm thinking, this is he has an advocate in the organization. John Lynch really likes Sam Darnold, and we keep going back to Trey. Who was his advocate in the organization? Did he leave? Was it Martin Mayhew? Was it Rand Carthon? Is it Kyle Shanahan? It doesn't seem like it's John Lynch. Never seemed like it was John Lynch.
Darnold probably also has Wilkes as an advocate. You notice the 49ers are bringing over a lot of Panthers.
That's true. And I'm sure like 4 or 5 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wilkes,
I mean, honestly, Lynch has nicer things to say about Jimmy Garoppolo to this day, who's not even on his team anymore, than Trey Lance.
That's a John Lynch. He thought he made the move of a lifetime when he traded for Jimmy Garoppolo, and now he's
that was the number one thing on his resume.
Yeah,
I fleeced Bill Belichick. Yeah. I got his Steve Young. He couldn't have a second act to his career because I took him from him. Nope, you got a lemon, and you ended up getting nothing for him. Nothing.
And this is why I think John Lynch's days are numbered here with the 49ers. If this isn't his last season, maybe 2 more. And he's going back to TV. Adam Peters is going to take over because I don't think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch see eye to eye on the most important position on the team.
Interesting. It was funny at the last press conference when they were sitting next to each other right after the season. Someone asked John, are you going to go back to TV soon? Are you still going to do this job? And he tried to make a joke out of it. He turned to Kyle and said, I don't know, Kyle, can I still work here? They kind of joke about it. They put it out in the open, but it's not really serious. There's been reports that didn't get along. That was from like 5 years ago. But those reports were out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a big wedge that they're driving in between each other, right? The quarterback position is the position.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
And if you don't agree on that, that's a giant wedge in between you guys. And eventually, animosity is going to develop.
Well, that's interesting then. Let's see if they agree on the quarterback position. John Lynch came out and spoke first. Let's see if Kyle Shanahan sticks to the script, has the same story, or changes it, because that would be very interesting. Fish and Chip says, Ryan, I don't believe Trey Lance was a Kyle Shanahan pick. 100, not typical. Well, Ryan heard differently. Tavarius, he heard differently. Tavarius says, ask Kyle about Trey Leash. How long will it be? If he loses one game, is he benched? I mean, the way John was making it sound today, he's not going to start at all. He's making it sound like Brock's back, and he's going to start. Maybe that's what Kyle's going to say too. Because when we did talk to Kyle last time, he was really optimistic about Brock's recovery.